Okay, well, just to prove that sunny Queensland isn't always sunny Queensland. Okay, so what I've done is I've finally managed to get rid of the oil tank. Now, it's not so much the oil tank, it's more these bastards. I hate them, and I really just don't think that they, as oil lines, they shouldn't be braided. So I got rid of them, and I'm also going to put in a U-shaped type oil bag that goes in that takes the battery inside to slim this down a bit. So what I've managed to do is get it all out. This has given me full access to this pottage of electrical wire. They've gone down both sides of the guard, so I'm going to take the guard off, which is going to help in taking off this mount right here. This mount needs to be yoinked off there so that I can fit the Gasbox oil bag or oil can. No, not oil tank. So yeah, I've given her a bit of a bath because she was really, really oily. Oil wasn't too bad. There wasn't anything weird in it, but it definitely hadn't been done in a while. So we're going to do that. This is the new kick pedal. Beautiful, works beautifully. The old one is the original one, but it was sticking out about this high and way into the leg. So now when I sit on this, this is out of the way. It's a bit, you hear that? Yeah, it's a bit like that, but you know, I've got an electric starter, so you know. Okay, I brought the bike back inside just to, well, basically get closer to where all my tools are and so forth. Now, when you're putting in the tank from Gasbox, and here it is down here, all right, when you're putting in one of them, I've already made it dirty, yep, you don't need to take the guard off, or the fender, as you Americans call them, and you certainly don't need to take the wheel off. I've seen people do it without any of that, but since I'm actually going to be rewiring the bike anyway, I needed to get the indicator stuff out and so forth. I've got an idea for the indicator, and I also need to do some work on the wheel. It's a little bit scuffy, so I needed that off anyway. So what the idea is we're going to pop in here. Now that we've got plenty of room, I can attack it from either side, which is going to be super helpful. My grinding skills aren't 100% good, so I'm just got to pop off to the DIY shop to get a flap disc because my flap disc is buggered. But other than that, we're good to go. So I'm going to be whipping this one off as close to where it's been. You can see that there's a little bit of, what is it, you know, what's that called? Weld. As close to the weld as possible. And I'll be keeping this tab as well so that if I decide to sell the bike, if anyone wants to go back, they can. I saw on Facebook that these things are going for quite a bit of penny. I'm going to keep mine so that I've got it should I decide to go back. All right, well, a little bit of an update. I have cut the tab off that was sitting right there, just in that little section there. Now get underneath it. Yeah, just there. Just hit it with a bit of Rust-Oleum over the top. And that allowed me to get the oil bag from the Gasbox in there. Now, the idea is that it hangs off this area here, and just mocking it up. It's not yet fully mocked up because I've got to get rid of the stock clutch cable holder. It comes with everything you need to fit it in, but it fits perfectly into a stock as a rock frame other than that little tab. I actually kept the tab, and I've got it, and I'm going to just tie it up with the rest of that over there should I decide to either sell the bike, and the guy or girl may want to go back to that style of tank, in which case they can just undo what I've done. So the first chop that I've done. So the debate is on whether or not I actually paint it. Now, in the past, people have said, oh, well, just send it off to powder coaters. I don't know what's happened to the price of powder coating. It has gone through the roof. It's actually cheaper for me to get some painter to paint it. And I don't really like doing that either. So if I'm going to get it painted, I might as well paint it myself. But the jury is out on whether or not I just clear over the top of this. Obviously, I'll have to get rid of what do they call it? They put some sort of greasy residue on it to stop it from rusting, but I get rid of that and then I just clear over the top. I'm in two minds. The tank is black at the moment. Well, not at the moment, but it is black and will probably be black. And the rear guard will also be black. Not sure if that's going to show up very well, but there's a bit of garnet left over from the blasting from the powder coat. So just got to get that out with the air compressor. So always check that because you don't want that going through your oil system, that's for sure. And as for the colour, well, let's get this out in a second. I went with a off grey, storm grey or dark storm grey. I can't fully remember the name of it, but it's basically it was as close to the colour of the unpowder coated as I could get without it, you know, looking a bit odd. Sure, I could have gone with a black and it would have suited the bike perfectly fine, but I just wanted something a little bit different. So we're going to, I'm going to get the air compressor up and just blow that out as well as I can, make sure it's all completely gone, and we'll carry on from there. Yeah. So as you can see, it's another stormy day in Queensland. Oddly enough, the weather has been really weird in the respect that every weekend it's like this, which means we're yet again in the dull. So I'm putting in the Gasbox swing arm oil tank. As you can see, I've got my little battery in there. We'll talk about that one a bit later. This is just loose in there at the moment. Great. Everything worked well. The powder coating should tell you what it costs. It cost me $185 for essentially what you're seeing here, the bracket that holds it to the swing arm, the tank itself, of course, and the little bracket that is used down here. The instructions don't actually tell you what you're supposed to do with this bit here. At first I thought it was some sort of way of spacing out the battery at the bottom, but I don't think it's that at all. I believe that it is in fact a way of clamping the oil tank down. Let me just switch hands for a moment. You'll have to excuse the fan. It is super hot. So if we go like that and we just set this up on this side, okay, so we've got through there, you'll see hopefully that it actually clamps down. It's going to clamp down really well. It needs that because without it, you get that sort of movement. So I'm assuming that once this is clamped down, job done. Other than that, everything went together perfectly well. I've got my vent line and my return line. I've got a little drain line down here and obviously the oil feed line. And since we're down here, you'll also see I've got a little bit more room up here for this. Now I've got an idea for this. I've got a problem with it always hitting the top of the electric starter. In fact, you can sort of see it just there. That's an idea for another episode. I've got the coil back on, tidied up the frayed and in one case shorting wires coming through here, and also these were super loose, like they were just hanging there like a pudding. So that's all working. So I'll finish this up and we'll have a look at it. Yes, that was indeed a clamp. As you can see, it's there. It's now really in there and shakes the whole bike. So yeah, okay, so the instructions don't actually tell you what it's for, but I suppose if you're stupid enough to be doing stuff to your bike like this, you can work it out yourself. So very happy about the fit. It's very, very, very good. Basically, everything lined up. I didn't have to do any thumping or anything like that. I did have a little bit of an issue with the coil bracket on the other side. I'm sitting down because my back is killing me, so you're not going to see the other side, but I might pull you over the top. But happy days. I do need to, however, get some padding for the inside here. This is, in fact, a Norco NLP14. It is, in fact, a lithium battery, which is going to be very difficult to get out now that it's in the area. So pause it there. So that's the oil tank in. I've just got to put the oil lines in as well. I've got everything needed to do that, but for the video, I'll probably end it just here. I just wanted to say that with one of these lithium batteries in, it's very difficult to take it out. Your fingers, if you've got fat fingers like mine, you can't get between it. So a little mod I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little strap at the bottom of it so you can just pull it out. Should be fairly simple. I do have to get, I'll put that down for a second. I do have to get foam around here. I'm not happy about how close the positive is to the side. And that might just be the design of that battery, which is a Norco LP14. But yeah, I don't truck with the whole you're going to set fire to your bum with a lithium battery. You just got to look after it. You've got to be intelligent about these things. So I'm not too worried about that. Everything else looks as though it's going to perfectly fit through perfectly. I can get that through there. It's the ground. Come get the positive feed going down through here. Yeah, it's going to work really well. So that is the oil tank. Very happy with that. Lots of people do it, so this is just mine. Thanks for watching.